your girl Love Atiya, and this is episode 2 of the Atiya Show. Today we are going to be discussing a very, very popular question that was asked to me on TikTok, and it's one of my videos that got removed, unfortunately, which is, did it hurt when I shared my virginity with my boyfriend? And like, plain and simple, I'm just gonna say a blanket yes. But the entire experience wasn't painful. But I just think that the anatomy of like something going into a place that is not the same size of it, it's bound to be a bit of an uncomfortable experience. And the helpful part was that when I shared that part of myself with my boyfriend at the time, I felt like he was so caring about my body that when I did mention that it was uncomfortable, then we'd stop or we'd switch positions or whatever the case may be. So that was super helpful. So my number one recommendation would be, it's going to be an adjustment no matter when you do it. So I would definitely recommend doing it with a partner who cares about you, and who is, what is the word? Attentive. Who's attentive with your body. Because that's like if somebody like is pinching you and you're like, ow, this hurts, and they just keep pinching you. Why would you want that person to still be in your life because they're actively hurting you, unless that's like your thing. I know some people really do just like pain, which is just a whole other topic, but I'm not that person. So yeah, for me, it did hurt. It was a little bit uncomfortable. I wasn't able to just like bust it wide open like everybody said I was going to be able to do. And even they don't mention to you that the times following after you have sex, even the next day, it was still.
So my video just stopped mid-thought, but I was basically saying sex took some getting used to, even days later. Sheesh.
A lot of people on TikTok recommended using lube, and I definitely am a fan of lube. I don't use it often, but when I have used it, I was like, oh, I see why people like this. And it's not a flex or anything. It's literally just, I don't know. I don't know what my disconnect is with lube. Again, like, I've used it before. I enjoyed it, but it's just not something I just do often. But I would definitely recommend that. I do think that we might have used lube when I lost my virginity from what maybe we didn't. I actually don't think we did. But I do think that we did a lot of foreplay, and there was a hot tub in the bathroom with the Airbnb, which was like super dope. But yeah, we did a lot of that, so that was super helpful. But lubrication is key. No matter how you gotta get lubricated, that is it. That is absolutely the key. Comfortability. I know that your muscles can restrict when you are uncomfortable or when you are stressed or when you're just not relaxed. So being with somebody and sharing this experience with somebody who can help relax you is super helpful. I will say that my anxiety was something that I struggled with a lot during my relationship. So as comfortable as I was with him and as safe as I felt in that moment, my anxiety was spiked, so I don't think my body was as relaxed as it needed to be. Because when I did finally relax, I felt like it was an easier process. If you are into watching porn, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. I'll look it up. But if you're into watching porn, you can do that. Maybe that will just help get some juices flowing, and help just get you a little bit more excited and a little bit out of your head. A lot of people don't recommend porn because they feel like that is like a disconnect. I have mixed, extremely mixed emotions about porn. We can talk about that as well. Also, like, playing with yourself and knowing your own body is super helpful, and exploring yourself and just feeling where your holes are, where certain things are, is like very, very, very important. Yeah, last but not least, my number one recommendation, honestly, is getting into finding either a life coach or a therapist. My therapist truly has changed my outlook on my sexual life. She helped me identify new parts of myself. Like, I didn't realize I was a demisexual who needed emotional and spiritual connection in order to be able to really enjoy sex, and it just helped make so much sense in my life. It was like, oh, I wasn't not enjoying sex, I just wasn't quite enjoying all of the people that I was doing these things with, and it's a case-by-case basis. But long story short, I think that having a life coach or a therapist is helpful because it reconnects you with your mind, body, spirit, and emotions, and I feel like all of those are super important when it comes to sexual experiences. So yeah, definitely finding a life coach to help guide you through and give you tools is super helpful. If you're not financially able, maybe finding a sexual guru on YouTube. I don't consider myself to be a sexual guru. I just think I'm somebody who has gone through some things and would like to share my experiences. But otherwise, yeah, if you can find like an expert, I personally think it's better to talk to somebody one-on-one though, because you can share your own personal experiences. But whatever your budget allows, you maybe don't buy that pair of sneakers this month. Maybe save that money for a week of therapy sessions. But that would definitely be my advice. And Tim has come up to agree with that, right, Tim? And say hi. Say hey. And then now we are going to conclude. She hates being picked up. We're going to conclude. I love y'all so much. Go find you a life coach or a therapist, boo. It's going to change your life forever. And ever. I love y'all so much. Give yourself a hug like I'm giving Tam one. Alright. See you later.